Hello there. So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Today is day 18 of Begin and we're doing loads of yummy stuff. Sometimes I'm like, how do I describe what we're doing? So there's loads of bits of our bodies that will be moving in many different directions and yeah, it's cool. I'm going to give variations for people who are minding their arms and yeah, cool. So come rest into child's pose. Come. Oh, we have Zena today. She's a bit, yeah, she walks all over the place. So just, so come rest into child's pose. Come resting in. Just feel the length of your body as you rest forward. Just let that settle. Feel what you soften. Feel what you deepen. And you just let it all just land a bit deeper into the floor. Nice. And then walk both hands over towards the right and tuck your right hand in a little bit closer to your shin so that you're side bending to the right in your child's pose. Nice. And then walk both hands over towards the left and then bend your left elbow so that you're side bending to the left in your child's pose. Nice. And then bring both hands wide. And so my two hands are wide and I'm in my child's pose. And then you're going to glide an elbow, the opposite elbow to your knee. And then opposite elbow to your knee. And you're just noticing how far around the corner can I go with my elbow. So I'm tucking my elbow in and my thumb is helping me by pointing in the opposite direction. I'm kind of gliding my forearm in. It's a little bit like a country dancing kind of glide. And I'm just tucking my elbow in and tucking my elbow in. I'm just noticing my arms. This is the kind of the check-in. How are my arms today? And do I have to mind one of my arms? And if you do, I'm going to give different variations for arm minding and non-arm minding. Okay, so tuck your elbow in one more time, one side, and then the other. Nice. Come into your cat pose. Rounding your back. Arching your back. Rounding your back. Arching your back. Nice. Round your back. Sit your bum back. Stay rounded. Come forward. And just travel forward and backwards, rounding. Like you're lengthening into the back of your body. Kind of. I feel always like I'm scratching an itch through the deep of my spine as I do this. Because I've created a certain tone through the back of my body, as I move, then the slack is gone and I get to glide my muscles, all my bits across the back of my spine. Nice. Try the other one. Arching your back, glide forward and backwards. Just listening. Nice. Push back into your cat downward dog and just create a length through your legs, a bit of movement through your feet. Connecting in and beginning to map. You know, that sense of, for me, as I awaken into my body, I map it more. And then I just feel more connected, safer, deeper, more me as I connect into how am I this morning. So walk your feet forward. Bring your elbows to your knees. Hands to your knees. And come all the way up. Come stand to the front of your mat. Nice. Great. So reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, bring your hands to the floor, touch the floor. And then look over to the right and reach both hands back towards the right. Just pause there. Squeezing towards the right. Nice. Both hands to center. Drop your head down to your knees. Hands to your shins. Arching and look forward. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Drop your right knee to the floor. And then just look over your right shoulder, back towards your right foot. And then look over your left shoulder, back towards your left foot. How do you do this? My fingertips are on the floor, and I'm just trying to work out, how do I get around my left knee as I do this? Nice. Step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor, lower all the way down. Nice. So bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. And so somebody was asking yesterday about one of the, how do I move up and out of this? Because always when you guys are doing it, your heads are down and you're pushing back, so you can't see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. So I'm going to break it down. So just push your elbows down and rise, squeeze through your bum and lift through your toes. So this is just the move itself, looking way down the beach. Lengthening through the spine, rising up through the top of your head. Nice. So to come out of this, there's loads of different ways. So I keep my elbows bent to come out of it. So I'm allowing for the people who have sore shoulders when I do this. So drop your head down and then just push your knees and your elbows into the floor and just lift your belly off the floor. And so you have options here of either walking your elbows back or walking your knees forward. So we'll do that again. All the way down, elbows are on the floor. You can bring your elbows a little bit closer to your chest. Your forearms are still on the floor. Drop your head down. Lift your belly, head is low. And either walk your elbows back or walk your knees forward. Bring your hands to the floor. Push back into your cat pose or downward dog. And just connecting, lengthening, reaching. Nice. Step your right foot forward. So drop your knees to the floor. Lean towards the left. Right knee is now free. You can either lift your right hand off the floor or come up onto your fingertips and hi-ya. Fling your foot forward. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Other side, bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down. And then bring both hands over towards the left. Nice. Both hands to center. Drop your head to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Step back into your lunge with your left foot. Drop your knee to the floor. Look back at your left foot. And then try and look back at your right foot. Like, how do you move here? And it's not about moving much. It's just, what do you move? How do you do this? Like, I'm getting stuck and caught and one more time. Looking back in one direction, looking back in the other. And lift your back knee, step back into your plank. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Nice. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Push your elbows down, rise. So I'm squeezing through my bum, my toes have lifted, and I'm trying to engage my deep lower belly, almost like I'm trying to lift my belly off the floor on the inside. Nice. To come out of it, drop your head. Push your knees into the floor, push your forearms into the floor. Your belly lifts up and your head drops down. And then from here, either walk your knees forward or your elbows back. Depending on your shoulders, decide what you want to do. Push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Connecting in, lengthening. Nice. Both knees to the floor. Fling your left foot forward. So lean towards the right. All the weight is out of the left side. Swing your foot forward and step forward. Nice. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Cool. So come kneel on the floor all the way down. And you're up kneeling. And so if you want to put something extra underneath your knees, like a blanket or roll up your yoga mat, you can. Bring your right fingers to the side of your head. And then try and bring your right elbow down to your left knee. And then come all the way back up. And then left fingers, left side of your head. And bring your elbow down to your knee. My right hand is reaching a bit behind me. I found a place for my, my opposite hand to kind of connect and do something as well. It feels like it's in it. So just fingers to the side of your head, drop your elbow down. And when you come all the way up, Squeeze through the bum, draw your hips forward. So you're lengthening when you're all the way up, and then you're coming down. Lengthening and down. And now try and bring your elbow to the outside of your knee, or whatever version of that you do. Just feel that. Nice. So rising all the way up. Lift your right foot up and bring it forward. Bring your fingers to the side of your head. Bring your right elbow down to your knee. And then bring your left elbow down to your knee. So this is the I'm minding my shoulders version, okay? So just one-handed. Where your shoulders feel okay, it's two-handed. So elbow down to your knee, sideways. Elbow down to your knee, sideways. So just feel that. Elbow down. Elbow down. If you feel very strong in your hips, you're going to try and bring your elbow down to your big toe. Elbow down to your big toe. Elbow down to your big toe. Or not. Find your version. Elbow down to your knee or your big toe in that direction. Elbow down to your knee or a big toe in that direction. Nice. From here, pause. Bring your right arm long beside you. Bring your left elbow down to your right knee. And then bring your palms together into a prayer position. Or you can bring your right hand to your hip. See what's right for you. Bend your front knee a little bit more. You can, if you want, lift the back knee off the floor and draw your right shoulder back more. Breathing into your belly. So either your knee is on the floor, twisting, or your back knee is off the floor, twisting. Remember, listen to your sensations and be you in this. You know, there's so many different places that if you have something that you're caring for or that is vulnerable, then listen to it. Lengthen, breathing, connecting. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Step back, downward dog. Find the length of you, the reach of you. Nice. Both knees to the floor. Rising up. When you're all the way up, squeeze your bum, draw your hips forward, fingers to the right side of your head. Bring your elbow down to your knee. Elbow down to your knee. So you can, if you want, do this one, the two-handed one as well. Just be aware that it'll really challenge your shoulders. So if you have anything going on your shoulders, don't do the two-handed one. And just feel. Just hearing the swooping of your shoulders, the deep of your belly. One more time each side. Nice. All the way up. Step your left foot forward. One elbow down. And then the other elbow down. Or two-handed. Elbow down. Elbow down. Elbow down. Or elbow down to your big toe. Decide. Or your heel more so. It's more your heel. What version of this you do. Down to your knee. Or your heel. Your knee. Or your heel. Cool. Come all the way up. Bring your left hand long beside you. Bring your right elbow across. Straighten out through your arm or keep your elbow bent. Bring your left hand to your hip. Bring your hands into prayer as you wish. Lift your back knee off the floor as you wish. And deepen. Bend the front knee more. Draw that left shoulder back. Stretch into your back leg, whatever you're doing with it. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Step back. Lengthen, wiggle. Nice. Come sit on the floor. Both legs are wide. So find your wideness, whatever that wideness is. So you shouldn't feel a huge amount of strong stretch in your inner thighs. And if you need to have something underneath your bum to give yourself a little bit of a lift, then do. So again, bring your fingers to the side of your head or just one-handed. Elbow down to your knee. Elbow down to your knee. So we're just going sideways. You can do it two-handed. Maybe you're aiming for the floor beside your knee. Maybe you're just aiming for your knee. Nice. Opposite knee. Again, if you're minding a shoulder, do it one-handed. If you're not, do it two. One more time each side. I feel a little bit like, was it the Sesame Street? This class is brought to you by your elbows. Sorry. So bend your knees, feet are flat on the floor. Drop both knees down towards the left. And then bring your hands down either side of that left leg and draw your nose down towards the floor in front of your shin. And just deepen down. Breathing into your belly. Nice, come all the way up. Both feet to the floor. Sit your bum back a little bit because you've moved forward. And then drop both knees down to the left. Hands either side of towards the right, sorry. Sorry. Both hands either side of the right leg. Draw your nose down to the middle of your shin on the floor just in front of it. Nice, come all the way up. And just travel. Drop your knees to the left. Draw your nose down towards the floor. Drop your knees to the right. Draw your nose down in the direction of the floor. Knees to the left. Nose down in the direction of the floor. Knees to the right. Nose down in the direction of the floor. Nice. Come back up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees apart. Hold on to your shins. Sit up really tall. Pull and look upwards. And then round and draw your forehead down towards your toes. Pull and look upwards. So I'm really hanging out of my shins when I'm looking up. And I have this glorious sense of my collarbones and my throat having space. And then drop your head down. No forehead to your toes. Rise, looking upwards. And then forehead down towards your toes. One more time. Rise, looking upwards. Feeling your body, sensing, noticing, adjusting. Cool. Twist. So just draw your hands over towards the left. Hold on to the left leg somewhere with your right hand. And just breathe and twist towards the left. Nice. Other side. Sweep, swing your hands over towards the right. Hold on to the right leg with your left hand. Twist towards the right. Get taller, wider, bigger, fuller. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Just roll your shoulders, big circles. And then in the other direction. Nice. Stretch your legs out long. Just roll into your ankles. And there's a wiggle into your knees. It wasn't this class I was talking about it in. No, it wasn't. I was thinking a lot about the hygge. And so those Finnish people out there, I know you're going to correct my pronunciation, but the hygge is where you accept what is and you deal with it. So it's like you can't change the weather. So how do you be with the weather as it is? So it's like, put on your Wellingtons and off you go. Make sure you have an extra pair of socks with you. And it's like being able to notice what you have control over and what you've no control over. And so dealing with or meeting the things you can control and then surrendering to those you can't. So hope you have a wonderful day. Today is sunny. It's so exciting. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another wonderful begin. Great. Ciao. So wonderful. So as always, if you want to find out anything about no other classes, courses, clinics, random awesomeness that goes on here, just contact us at info@nother.com and we will bung you on the newsletter. If you want to contribute, it's always deeply appreciated as this project, this endeavor is community funded. So it's €10 for any part of this month. And if you email us, we will support you in doing that. So be well, be awesome, and keep listening to you. Really deeply hear you today as you move, as you breathe, as you connect. So I shall see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now.